So doing a weekly analysis here, 30th of October, Monday commencing. Forex first. Okay, so closure of the previous week on Friday here, we saw price going back into the internal range, refusing to attack the external range at all, and then it just went and filled up the order block, the SIBI here, fair value gap. Today, as we know, NFP week, so Monday is going to be a very good trading day, and it was actually indeed. As you can see, it's going to go to the opposite side of what the weekly direction I think is going to be, which I think we're still going to see more risk off, and obviously a raid, not well, a raid on the counter side, but the draw on liquidity being the weekly low here, and I think we can easily get down here with the volatility that the NFP event itself will provide. So that's the weekly target. The whole trend line liquidity here, you can see that's our weekly. We've been trying to build that up, especially with these two buy side runs here, trying to accumulate that short positions, build sentiment into the market. About this being a diagonal support trend line. So that's where the focus is. Obviously with the DXY, this BISI here, we had a raid but we didn't close it until this. So low of that is 324, high of that is 319. There's a small opening here, we fill that up. I'm still expecting this to just kind of close in premium, not reverse just yet. So that's probably going to stay there, which is probably why I'm not just going to trade today, because there's nothing that will make it go down today, because it's Monday, which also gives us really good setup for buying. Like ICT said, NFP Monday can be a great buying day. So you can see here, so this standard deviation is from the hourly chart. The hourly fair value gap here corresponding with the old daily fair value gap. You can see here we had a real easy run here with a 5 minutes market structure shift here. And then this was your only opportunity to kind of get in. My pending order was here. No big deal. So really easy low resistance liquidity run here. Really easy trading session for Monday. So that was Monday. But yeah, that's what I'm expecting for Forex. So this trendline liquidity here. You do have the mean threshold of the order block here. I've drawn that. That could be used as weekly resistance, or we may want to just raid this as well. We'll just have to see as we approach the week. Okay, so DXY obviously can go here. So looking at our pound cousin, you can see that obviously there's an SMT going on first of all, for starters, so that's showing a stronger euro than the pound. And I think we can see a raid here. Ideally, we don't want to have price close above this order block. Well, I want to say we don't want to have price close above this high, actually. Let's put it that way. This fair value gap, if I just click on the weekly chart. Yeah, I would say this fair value gap. I think that's highly unlikely it'll get all the way up there. But should it do so, then at least, closing below this, ideally. But I personally think it will do, maybe if we're lucky, because it's extremely bearish at the moment. SMT is showing that as well here. We might go here for counterparty liquidity. Once we have the counterparty liquidity paired up, we will then want to price down below this previous weekly low / this low. That's the hard time frame draw. And when we get really animated, that's the quarterly shift objective for this weekly BISI. And if we contrast that against our euro, that's actually the same BISI for both of them. So I think that's going to be the focus for both of these until the end of the year. Now coming on to the indices, you already saw this quarterly shift objective by ICT being fulfilled last week here. Strong close below that. Again in a few weeks, so first half of the week, majority of it is just like manipulation. accumulation, engineering liquidity, and all that business. And then the curtain's going to be lifted towards the end of the week, and we're really going to price down to our weekly higher time frame objective. Before that, expect low accuracy, expect choppiness, slow movement of the market, all that we try to avoid. So take your shots when it's best, basically. And partials will be taken off 80% most of the time. Risk will be low as well. So counterparty, I think we may want to raid, obviously, the volume imbalance. Ideally, I don't want to see a close above this order block's mean threshold. Ideally, we do not want it to close above that. And obviously, when we do that, and then of course I'm looking at this daily fair value gap for starters, close below the monthly fair value gap, consequential encroachment.